Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Total Extreme Wrestling right here for our TNA playthrough of 2007. Today, we will have the Victory Road pay-per-view, but first we have one more show of Impact to get through as well. We've already got the show booked up and ready to go. We just need to, of course, play through that. But let's take you back to last week where we had a Impact show of 93 where Abyss defeated Jeff Hardy in the Bound for Glory series match. And that was, of course, after Abyss came out and laid out, well, probably 6 of the top of the Bound for Glory series members. He came out, laid them all out, and was on fire. Matt Morgan also defeated Ron Killings in the Bound for Glory series. He put the global title on the line as well, 82 rated match. Austin Aries, Roderick Strong beat the New Age Outlaws. We also had Sting hyping him up a little bit more, getting ready for his Victory Road return, where probably he will turn heel. Scott Steiner praised Sting as well. Alex Shelley beat Chavo Guerrero, and Lita and Kim Kong, more arguments, and Abyss defeated Jeff Hardy in a Bound for Glory series match, 92 rated. Explosion to follow it up. We had Team Canada beat the Insane Asylum, Low Key beat Mystico, AJ Styles defeated Rhino, and that was, of course, part of the Bound for Glory series as well, 81 rated. The Knockouts also had a big argument over who should face Melina next. Yeah, and Jay Lethal beat Matt Sydal as well in the pre-show. Alright, today, so we've already got the next show ready to go, and we might as well just play through that, show you some results of this next Impact show. So let's go ahead and let's do it. So, we've got Mystico in another match. I decided to give him a local guy, and David Flair, who happened just to be a local guy with a bit of popularity. So, the rowdy crowd made their dislike of David Flair pretty clear, so no one likes David Flair. Mystico, 59 rated, 48 rated match overall. Over the show of Roddy Piper announcing that will be a 6-man match at Victory Road. So what we're going to do is, I think, I'm not sure if I'll have the top 6 or the bottom 6. I think maybe the bottom 6 of the Bound for Glory series compete. So there's obviously 12 in the series. So the bottom 6 compete in a 6-man match with the winner getting getting massive points, a bonus points, 15 points coming their way. And the top 6 might compete in more singles matches instead. Chris Hero defeated Kevin Thorne in singles action, 81 rated. So we're giving the Kings of Wrestling a little bit of a push here. They've been able to beat Test and Kevin Thorne a couple times now, so starting to boost them up. They're getting around that mid-60s now in popularity, at least Chris Hero is. So they're at that point where we can start to push them and have them beat majority of the teams in the tag division. And of course, they're currently feuding with Insane Asylum. Gail Kim promo over Lita. America's Most Wanted versus the New Age Outlaws. We've had this match a few times in series history. We've done it again here. James Storm 97, Chris Harris 97, Road Dogg 86, Billy Gunn 81. Pretty good. So we need to edit Billy Gunn's gimmick. It's getting stale. 89 overall. So that's a good matchup. We also had Eric Young come out and distract the New Age Outlaws as he's trying to get Team Canada some notice, with the New Age Outlaws recently getting a bit more of notice, a bit more opportunity. Eric Young's trying to create more opportunity for his team by distracting New Age Outlaws, costing them in the match. America's Most Wanted wins. Fallen Angel was also on commentary, so we advanced 2 storylines there. Afterwards, Fallen Angel and Frankie Kazarian, Bad Influence, challenged the America's Most Wanted to a match at the pay-per-view for the tag titles. We also had the commentators announce that Goldberg will be at Victory Road to confront Lashley. So Goldberg will be there, and what will happen, we'll have to find out. So Goldberg will be at the pay-per-view. Machine Guns beat Sonjay Dutt and Jay Lethal in a tag match, obviously advancing the storyline between Jay Lethal and Alex Shelley. Sabin and Shelley, very, very good. 96 for Sabin, 100 for Shelley. Sonjay Dutt, 66, Jay Lethal, 77. So Sonjay letting us down a little bit there, but good to give him a bit of a matchup, get him something decent. He hasn't done much at all throughout the series. Jay Lethal getting a bit more of a push as well as of late. And afterwards, we had Alex Shelley in the ring with Jay Lethal. Shelley tried to attack Jay Lethal just to give him a bit of a cheap shot, just a bit of a reminder, but Jay Lethal was able to avoid it and get the upper hand and force Shelley to retreat. So I'm still not sure if I'm going to go with a shock angle and have Jay Lethal get a shock victory over Shelley. It could happen. It could happen to be an interesting storyline with Jay Lethal. Basically, the storyline is that Alex Shelley doesn't rate Jay Lethal at all. He thinks Jay Lethal's not on his level, which is probably true in terms of popularity, but Shelley doesn't really believe Lethal's anywhere near capable of beating him, so he's kind of underestimating him a little bit. So, you know, he's thinking, hey, let's give this guy a bit of a cheap shot. Unsuccessful here, but I think Shelley maybe starting to realize that Jay Lethal was a little bit better than what he expects, but he's still pretty much treating him lightly. Sarita and Melina versus Beth Phoenix and Sarah Del Rey. Pretty good match, actually. 80 rated. Melina 84, Sarita 69, Sarah Del Rey 60, Beth Phoenix, very good, 77. So just a match to get some women on the card and give them something to do. And we haven't had Melina involved in a little bit, so I figured we might as well give her something. And we did. And then we had another announcement where the commentators basically saying Sting will have a major announcement for Victory Road. So Sting will be there. What will his announcement be? And let's have a look. So yeah, he's got 9 segments regarding his heel turn, 80 heel performance, 92 face. So he's going to be okay. His gimmick will be disgruntled veteran. Ignore the version 2. I messed up when I created it the first time. But yeah, so it should be pretty good. I'm hoping he'll be successful. Main event's a good one. This one will be really, really good. Samoa Joe and Chris Jericho. I was going to save this for the pay-per-view, but we need to have a few more matches because we're a little bit behind at the moment on the series with a couple of guys, like Abyss, for example, and Christian have only had 1 match each. I was going to do Abyss and Christian this episode, but I might save it for the pay-per-view. I probably should have saved Jericho and Samoa Joe for the pay-per-view because this is going to be good. So let's have a look. Let's see how good it is. Abyss promo, hyping up a match against Christian. So just in case we go ahead and do that match, we've got a little bit of build to it there with Abyss hyping it up. Main event, 92. Ooh, okay. Jericho 97, Joe 89. Okay, I thought that might be... I honestly thought this was going to be 95 plus. I thought this was going to be a classic. 92 is very, very good, but not quite that elite level that we were probably hoping for between these two. Joe 89, Jericho 97. So probably Joe popularity bring him down a little bit. We've got to get Joe up there in the 80s. Yeah, so that's a good matchup between the two nonetheless. And then afterwards we had Christian, who was on commentary, by the way, for that match. Basically come in and, you know, starts trying to brawl with Chris Jericho. The two brawl it out. Eventually officials come out and break it up. So the rivalry between these two continues. It's not done yet. 100. So it's a bit of a feud within the feud at the moment. 92. So having a bit of a strong competition, seeing who can get the better performances in the Bound for Glory series. And at the moment, it's quite clear that Jericho is doing maybe better than Christian, but Christian's trying to maybe, you know, send a bit of a message Jericho's way, just make sure that he gets a bit of a friendly reminder that he's going to win this whole thing. 8.92 rating for Impact. That feels like that might be our best ever. That's a very high rating. Jericho's pretty high in Kazarian. And, oh yeah, Sarah Del Rey apparently is going to do a tour with her band. I had no idea she was in a band. I tried to look her up, and I didn't find anything about her being in a band, so I don't know. I don't know why she's going off being... but she's formed a band, and she's going to be gone for a while. I mean, she could be gone for 6+ months. I don't know. So... that's it. It's a weird one, but okay, it's happening. But there you go. So that's our Impact show. Just want a quick look at some of the different guys, like Jay Lethal, for example. Got him up to 56 popularity now. Considering before he won that Feast of Fire match, he was about 51. So we've elevated him a little bit, which is good. Definitely good news. We've elevated him, and you know he's going to be in contention for this championship. Will he win it? I don't know. We don't even have him locked down into a written deal. So that's the other thing, you know, should we poach him away from Ring of Honor, or should we let Ring of Honor, you know, enjoy Jay Lethal? Because let's be honest, Ring of Honor, we've killed Ring of Honor, you know. I personally feel as though we should, you know, utilize a relationship with Ring of Honor and perhaps help them out a little bit and try and, you know, build them up, because why not? You know, the main event, we've still given them Austin Aries. We haven't taken him away from them yet. You know, they've got D'Lo Brown, Jay Lethal, Matt Sydal. You know, so they've got a few names. So we haven't taken Strong, Aries, Sydal, and Jay Lethal away from them. The rest, you know, we don't quite have. But so we've given them a few guys and they've been able to utilize them and, you know, perform better on the back of our, you know, generosity, essentially. But we don't actually have a legitimate relationship with Ring of Honor. I mean, you could, but I think the reason why we didn't, I think we might have had one, the reason why we stopped is because we wanted to sign all their guys to written deals, and that wouldn't have been allowed. Anyway, so anyone else to kind of have a look at? I mean, Chris Hero had a victory over Kevin Thorne, and you can see he's up to 65 now, and 67 in a couple of regions, so he's starting to really move up the card, which is great. I know a lot of you guys have been wanting me to give him a push alongside Cesaro. Kevin Thorne moving down a little bit, as you can see. Cesaro's a little bit behind. He's lagging behind quite greatly, to be fair. So I felt as though Cesaro was doing a lot better than that, which is why I didn't give him the win over Kevin Thorne. Test is still at 70. The Test has been a major disappointment. Obviously, we wanted Test to be one of our next big stars coming through as that big man, you know, but he just has failed. He's been a colossal failure. He has definitely improved, but not enough to give him his top spot back on the card. But we've got Explosion. I'll advance through Explosion, and then I'll come back and we'll show you our next pay-per-view, which will be Victory Road. So we'll go back and we'll start preparing for that. We'll show you the news as well, including the results for Explosion. Alright, so we're ready to go here. We've got Explosion. The results for it, we had Alyssa Flash beat Shelly Martinez on the pre-show. Alyssa Flash had a 75 in-ring performance, so might be time to get her back in the title hunt. Eric Young beat Billy Gunn in singles action. Nice win for Eric Young, giving him a bit more of a push, trying to get him and Team Canada up the card a little bit further. Matt Morgan hyped up a match against Nakamura. Monty Brown beat Paul London. Those two had bad chemistry, so not the best match. Jeff Hardy hyped up a match against Samoa Joe. We're going to do Jeff versus Joe at the pay-per-view. Goldberg and Lashley hype video. And then we had a six-man tag match. The six-man that will be involved in the six-man match at Victory Road. Matt Morgan, Scott Steiner, A-Train. They defeated Nakamura, Rhino, and Truth. Wasn't a Bound for Glory series match, just a regular matchup. 500,000 viewers, 0.67 rating. Let's have a look at the ratings for Explosion. You know, we're getting around that 500,000 viewer mark consistently, which is not awful. Not too bad. Alright, now we're ready to go for Victory Road. We've actually got the show booked up, ready to go, so we may as well show you the results. I mean, we actually do have some more time on the pre-show. I might add in another matchup. Let's have a look. So who can we add in? We got the Dudley Boys. They're not doing anything, so we might put a tag team match on the pre-show. We already got a couple tag. Actually, this show has already got a lot of tag teams, to be honest. So we'll do the Dudleys. We don't want to leave one of your top teams off the card. And they can take on Austin Aries and Roderick Strong, who of course have been involved in that triangular feud with the New Age Outlaws and Team Canada, but haven't quite featured them too much just yet. So we'll put them there, and that should be fine. We've still got just 9 minutes left, so we'll leave it at that. Alright, so let's do it. Just make sure that was on the pre-show. Everything else is okay. Alright, so on the pre-show, Melina beat Sarah Del Rey in a Impact Knockouts title matchup for the title on the line. Melina 85, Sarah Del Rey 59. Figure, you know what, Melina, we haven't got her in a feud right now. We're going to change that after this pay-per-view, but we've been focusing on Gal Kim Leader a little bit more, giving Melina not time off, but just time to cool her off a little bit on TV, because, you know, she's been the champion for nearly a year now, so she's been plastered all over our shows. So just a time for some of the other women to maybe step up and get them more TV time. She has a match against Sarah Del Rey here, defends the title. Good match. Melina was very good. Then we had 4 women of TNA just asking Roddy Piper for an opportunity, saying, hey, give us a chance, give us a shot, you know, what's the deal? So that was Beth Phoenix, Alyssa Flash, Rebecca Knox, and Natalya there doing that. Beth Phoenix underperformed apparently because she struggled because Roddy Piper was going off strip. Cesaro versus Test, 80 rated. Cesaro 82, Test 69. Not bad, not too bad between those two. Continuing that little storyline. And then the match we just set then, Team 3D versus Aries and Strong, 83. Team 3D, 91 and 89 respectively, 82 and 92 for Strong and Aries. Very good, actually. Austin Aries was excellent, actually outperforming the Dudleys, which is quite strange. Brother Devon seemed off his game, so while he was off his game, yet still got 89, so what would he have gotten if he was on his game? Alright, to open up the show, we had that 6-pack challenge. Scott Steiner, Matt Morgan, Nakamura, R-Truth, Rhino, and A-Train. 87, so good start to the show. Steiner 72, Morgan 88, Nakamura 81, Truth 84, wow, that's good. Rhino 86 again, that's quite surprising, that's good. A-Train 88, so A-Train and Matt Morgan, the 2 best in the match. And Matt Morgan actually got the victory. So what that means is that I believe you get 15 points for the special match victory, and I've also said it, if you get a pay-per-view win, you get a bonus 3 points. With Matt Morgan's victory now, let's have a look, he's actually at 22 points. So actually it might only be 12. Actually no, I need to, okay, fix that up. So yeah, Matt Morgan will get, he's now on 25 points, so he gets about 18 points for that victory. So he's actually now in first place pretty comfortably. So that's how important a special match is. So I'm going to give him the points for winning the special match. Now the question is, do you give him extra points for winning on pay-per-view as well? Well, it is a pay-per-view match, so yeah. So Matt Morgan's now on 25 points. And to put that in the context, the next guy in line, the guy's coming in second, is on 17. So Matt Morgan's got a pretty clear lead right now, so he's a good chance to maybe get a top 4 spot in this Bound for Glory series. Samoa Joe promo hoping up his match against Jeff Hardy later on. Team Canada versus New Age Outlaws. We had time to squeeze this one on the card, and it was an 83 rated match. Road Dogg apparently carried. Petey Williams 69, Eric Young 76. Billy Gunn's been struggling quite a little bit lately. Hasn't quite been at his best for quite some time. I guess age has started to catch up to him a little bit. Road Dogg 87. Road Dogg's still at his best though. Thank God, otherwise New Age Outlaws would be struggling. 83 overall, and Team Canada are certainly improving. They're getting better as a team. Alex Shelley and Jay Lethal. Shelley had a promo on Jay Lethal, basically saying that Jay Lethal's a joke and he has no chance of beating him here tonight. And we're going to do this match. Now, I went ahead and went with the title change. Now, I'm not sure if this will be the right decision to make. I feel like it will be. I feel like I'm happy with it, but obviously you could say, well, hey, you know, Shelley's been so great as champion, why take it off him? Well, I feel like it's a chance to put over Jay Lethal, give him a major victory, and make him a legitimate X Division star, but it's not going to be a long-term title reign. I think we'll have Shelley win back the belt, you know, maybe the next night, if not, you know, very, very soon. But it's kind of one of those situations where he doesn't take Jay Lethal seriously, believes he's a joke, doesn't really think he has any chance at all, but Jay Lethal gets the shock victory that no one saw coming, and that surprise win. And it was a 92 rated match, wow. So 92 rated between the two. We had Chris Sabin, when he saw that Alex Shelley was on the verge of losing, he tried to interfere, but actually ended up botching it and hitting, and just, you know, causing Shelley to lose even more, you know, hurt his chances. So Shelley loses, Jay Lethal wins the X Division title, 92 rated match. Shelley 92, Lethal 80. And I know Shelley's not going to be happy about it. Shelley will lose the popularity points, but Shelley's been so good that he can naturally get up his popularity, whereas Jay Lethal kind of needs a victory to help him over, to help him boost him up. And at least, at worst, you know, Shelley will win the belt back probably and go on his way. But Jay Lethal now will go from being a job guy, essentially, to now, you know, a threat in the X Division. Then we had the angle between Goldberg, Lashley, and Paul Heyman. Goldberg comes out to the ring, says he isn't surprised that Paul Heyman screwed him. He said he wants Lashley out here now. Lashley comes out with Heyman next to him, and they start brawling. So the two get on with it. Lashley and Goldberg kicking off this rivalry with a big brawl. And obviously Goldberg was out injured after what happened at Slammiversary. Lashley just destroyed Goldberg. So we kind of kick off this feud between Lashley and Goldberg, which probably will try and culminate it at Bound for Glory. I don't know if we'll have a match in between. I mean, we probably will need to. Otherwise, it'll be very difficult to drag it out for this long, for 3+ months, but we'll have to see. We're going to have Lashley start competing a little bit more now and hyping him up, just running through the competition. And maybe Goldberg will do the same. We'll have to see. Abyss and AJ Styles, which was our other Bound for Glory series match. 99. Wow. Abyss 95, AJ 94. Abyss wins with a black hole slam, so he gets the pinfall victory, which is 7 points for the pin, plus the 3 for the pay-per-view victory. So a 10-point victory here tonight for Abyss, beating AJ, puts Abyss at 17 points now, and that's, I think he's only had 2 matches, so Abyss is doing very well already. AJ Styles, unfortunately, just had to kind of lose this one, but you know, I'm sure he'll hit back with a victory later on the series. But 99, excellent match between the two. We were going to do Abyss and Christian, but I figured the match that we need to see again is Christian and Chris Jericho. That's the hype, that's the build, so we'll do it now whilst it's still hot. Maybe the two will meet later on back in the series, but we'll do it now while we can. So 99 between Abyss and AJ, very, very good. So Christian, 89, hyping up his match against Chris Jericho. That'll be our main event. And then we had the angle with Sting. Sting, Ric Flair, who makes his debut, Jeff Jarrett, and Scott Steiner. So Sting returns and forms the Main Event Mafia, which is a group determined to take over TNA, and they want to return to their former glory. They're sick and tired of being treated as the legends, the old timers. They want to take over. They want to be the top group here in TNA, and they've brought in Ric Flair, a legend, has that affiliation with Sting. And obviously Sting, he's tired of, being a joke, tired of, being the old guy who needs to retire. He's not ready to retire, he does not want to retire, he's ready to go. And he's ready. So we'll do the Sting turn. So the gimmick was given a rating of average. So he's a disgruntled veteran, essentially. The turn was a success, though, that's good. So 99, very good segment between these 4 guys. Ric Flair, his gimmick was the Nature Boy gimmick, above average as well. Scott Steiner was good, so I'm happy about that. We also had them kind of call out and talk some trash about Muhammad Hassan. Of course, Jeff Jarrett does have a title match against Muhammad Hassan in the future, so we hyped up that a little bit as well, so kind of kicking off that storyline as well. So Sting now has the Main Event Mafia. I know some of you don't like it, but I'm going to go with it. And he's got Ric Flair, which is pretty good to have Ric Flair, Jeff Jarrett, and Scott Steiner. So some good veterans with him by his side. And as I know some of you guys have said, recruit another younger guy to be there. They can mentor him. A lot of you saying Samoa Joe, which I think will probably, if we had to pick one, would be the right guy. Gail Kim Lita. It was 83 by Gail Kim. Lita 68. Lita was getting tired towards the end. They have great chemistry, though, which built up the match to 75. So it's a pretty good match in the end. But, Lita's still struggling. No matter what happens, she's still kind of struggling. We gave Gail Kim the victory because we're a little bit sour on Lita right now because she's been not so great. And Awesome Kong with the distraction. So not a clean win, but a win nonetheless. And then we had a hype-up video for Samoa Joe, Jeff Hardy, which was a 95 rated match. Jeff Hardy gets the victory thanks to the interference by Matt Hardy. So Samoa Joe, looks like he could potentially be winning this one, where Jeff Hardy's brother Matt comes in, helps out Jeff Hardy, and Jeff gets the victory. And the Hardy boys, we started off. Here we go. Matt Hardy's officially part of TNA, above average for his gimmick. We gave a man on a mission gimmick. I kind of wanted him to be just a plain, babyface. But, we can make him more determined to succeed, determined to be a champion type of thing. Samoa Joe 91, Jeff Hardy 95, 95 rated match. very, very good. Very happy with that. I'm loving the Bound for Glory series. The fact that we just have so many great matches in this series. And, you know, we've got our top 6 competing in singles matches tonight. Bottom 6 in a big 6-pack challenge, which is also really good. So it's been a good showcase from our Bound for Glory series at the moment. So with Jeff Hardy's victory, he now gets 10 more points to his name, which I think takes him to 17 points as well. And originally I had Joe winning. I had penciled Joe in to win by submission, and Joe would have been on, wow, he would have been on 23 points, I believe. But we did change it, knowing that we had Matt Hardy. I actually forgot that I had Matt Hardy. I figured I'll debut him here, I'll introduce him, and we'll do that. Fallen Angel Kazarian, 85 promo, hyping up the match against America's Most Wanted, which was a 95 rated match as well. Okay, very good. But Fallen Angel does sustain a minor staph infection. We've seen how bad that can be. He might be out for a month. Wow. Fallen Angel 91, Kazarian 84, Chris Harris 98. Wow, 97 by James Storm. 20-minute matchup for a 95 rated. But the America's Most Wanted intentionally got themselves counted out. So James Storm took a walk. He said, you know what? Not tonight. We're going to leave it alone. And the titles do not change hands. So the Addiction will get themselves another opportunity down the line. So minor staph infection, yeah. So that's going to be an issue, I think. Alright, so our main event, Chris Jericho, Christian, hyping it up, 86 for the hype up. Let's hope the match does a little bit better than that. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. This is the rematch from Slammiversary where Chris Jericho beat Christian. Now it's officially part of the Bound for Glory series. These two collide. It's meant to happen. Here we go. 92. Ooh, okay, not the best. I thought maybe we were heading higher than that. Maybe the storyline heat? I don't know. Jericho 97, Christian 95. Both did really well. Yeah, the storyline heat. It was part of the Bound for Glory series storyline heat. So I'm surprised the storyline heat is lower for that feud. I mean, we've had some really good matches and good segments to build it up. But I don't know. 92. So that's going to hurt. We were on track for a really, really big pay-per-view. But that's going to bring it down a little bit. And you wouldn't expect Jericho and Christian, of all guys, to bring it down. But in the end, Jericho did lose. Christian got his win back, makes it one apiece between the two. Christian wins the unprettier. So a pinfall victory, 10-point win for Christian, and gets the victory. 94 overall. So there you go. 42,000 attendance, big pay-per-view. But you just think maybe it could have been a lot bigger if, maybe Abyss and AJ was the main event. But who's to know? You would have said Christian and Jericho would have had a great matchup, but not on this occasion. 92 let us down just a little bit. So I'll give some love to some guys. I'll give some respect to Sting. Give those guys some great praise for a great performance. So, especially Shelley, because he did put over Jay Lethal. So we better give him some respect because he basically did really help us out big time with that. So a big pay-per-view in the end. It actually ended up being pretty good. Let's take a look at some of the news. So, okay, Jeff Jarrett's contract is ending. So there's no way we want to let Jeff Jarrett go. He's obviously now going to be involved in the Bound for Glory series. So I'm going to give Jeff Jarrett a big contract offer. Some big money for a long-term deal. Dixie doesn't want us to go that high. We'll go 38k. Oh, the signing bonus is the issue. Okay. So we'll go with that 5-year deal for Jeff Jarrett. He's already 40, so I don't think WWE will offer him too much. WWE are trying to get James Storm off of us, though, who also has his contract expiring. 4-year deal, 25k. And your offer is the only one he's considering. So James Storm, not even considering WWE's offer. We gave him a 5-year deal for 27k. So we gave him a big deal. James Storm's going to be staying here by the looks of it. Michael Shane's contract is also up in developmental. Not sure if I'm going to re-sign him yet or not. I mean, he's doing okay down there. He's improved a little bit, but I just feel like there's not really much of a spot for him at the end of the day. But we'll have a look. And a 0.59 buy rate for Victory Row, which is pretty decent. And let's have a look at Fallen Angel's injury. Let's 27 days. We figured about a month, yeah. Alright, so that's going to be an issue because now we won't be able to really utilize the addiction. Is it addiction or bad influence? It's the addiction, okay. You call it bad influence. The addiction for the next pay-per-view. So, it could be touch and go. Let's have a look. Hard Justice. No, Hard Justice is in 3 weeks' time, so it's a little bit shorter of a turnaround, so 3 weeks instead of 4. So he probably will not be there, so we will have to change plans for the tag team titles instead of doing a rematch, which is obviously the plan. Quick little look, Alex Shelley. I feel like his popularity went up, 80? Is that right? I mean, he lost, but yet his popularity stayed strong. If not, yeah, he lost, but his popularity is still the same. So that's quite incredible, isn't it? Let's have a look. Jay Lethal was the other big winner. So he won the belt. His popularity went from about 55, 56 up to about 59, 58, 60. So around that region, which is really good for him. And that's kind of what we were hoping for. So he wins the X Division title. So it's a nice little win for him. But how long will he hold it for? Well, I don't even know if maybe he'll only hold it for 3 weeks. Maybe we'll do the rematch in the next pay-per-view. And we'll drag it out then. Some other notable things. Let's have a look at Sting. Up to 82, 83. So he actually probably improved a little bit with that heel turn. And Ric Flair. Yeah, Ric Flair might have even improved a little bit as well. Jeff Jarrett. I'm just looking at these guys because they had a big promo segment on a pay-per-view, which always helps. Scott Steiner, yeah, he definitely helped. Matt Morgan, doing better. Matt Hardy, still 74. Lashley was the other guy. We need to get Lashley in the 80s, so he's on his way there for sure. Goldberg, nearly at 90 again, which is good. Muhammad Hassan, he didn't really feature on this pay-per-view, which, yeah, probably one of our first pay-per-views we've ever done without the champion even being on it, / not defending the belt. So it's a strange one for us. Normally we've always got a title match, but we went in a different direction this time. So AJ Styles and Abyss. AJ Styles is really doing well. He's got to be in the title hunt soon. Abyss on fire. Jericho at 90. Christian, he's nearly at 90 basically as well. So Jericho didn't really hurt despite losing. Christian benefiting from that as well. And a few others. Kazarian getting him close into the 70s. That'll help the addiction big time. Yeah, so Lita going down a little bit. Gail Kim, 68, which is good. So yeah, it's been a good, successful pay-per-view overall. We're on track. We're doing well. Things are going well. I'm happy with our progression. Joe, nearly in the 80s. Can we get him there? He lost, but he kind of won anyway with a great match against Jeff Hardy, who's really doing well as well. He's getting close to the 90s, which would be excellent. But as you can see, Matt Hardy is quite far below him, and Jeff Hardy is kind of locked up right now in this Bound for Glory series as well, so we probably won't have the Hardy Boys challenge for the belts, maybe not until Bound for Glory itself, which we could have the Hardys versus America's Most Wanted if they're still champions by then, which I think would be, well, that would have to be a classic, wouldn't it? I mean, they would have, wow, they could have 100-rated match, those two teams, in my opinion. With that being said, though, we're going to leave it there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming along and checking out this episode of our TNA playthrough 2007 with Victory Road. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like on it. Of course, 100 likes will give you another episode, so make sure you do not leave the video without leaving a like on it. Comment down below anything, any ideas, any reactions. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on today's episode. Who should get the push? Who do you think should win the Bound for Glory series? How do you feel so far? Next episode, I'll show you a points update of the Bound for Glory series. You can take a little bit of a closer look to see who's where right now. So thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to see more, and I'll see you in the next one.